course, Allegiant's debut will be next month in February on the 11th and 18th. New service out to Orange County, which that is going to be an awesome update. So excited for that. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today. And today we have the February 2021 Orange County John Wayne International Airport update for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. As you can tell by that intro, I really hope you guys liked it. We have an amazing Orange County John Wayne Santa Ana International Airport update for you guys today. This airport is going absolutely insane. There's been like half dozen announcements of new flights since we've done the last airport update, and I don't even know what to say at this point. What is going on at Orange County is truly remarkable, and I don't even know what to say. We have a lot of great stuff to dive into today. I hope you guys are excited. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed that intro. I really enjoyed making that, and wow, Orange County John Wayne International Airport. What a clutch decision of an airport to start last year. It is almost its 1 year anniversary. Its 1 year anniversary is in March of 2020. One of the first airport updates I did of the pandemic, if you will. And I am so excited to continue to capture Orange County John Wayne International Airport. We have a lot to dive into today, guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video. We're not going to waste any time. We are going to get started with the Delta section. Okay, so right here we have two Delta aircraft. We'll start with the one on the left. This is the Delta Connection Embraer ERJ-170, filling in for the 175. This guy's going to be heading out to Seattle today. This is like literally the only negative I can think of for this update. The Seattle service has been suspended, unfortunately. Hopefully it returns soon, but it's probably just not a profitable route right now, unfortunately. But I'm sure it'll be back soon with all the positive things that's going on at Orange County. And it's going to be all positives from here. So let's proceed on. Next up, we have the Delta Airlines Airbus A319. This guy's currently loading up passenger service out to Minneapolis, St. Paul. I'll be eager to see if they ever decide to do an A220 on that route. That is one that kind of, I think that probably fits that aspect. We'll have to talk about it more throughout the update, but as Orange County has a lot of mainline aircraft, it's definitely going to stay at 319, maybe a 738 or something. I feel like some variety on that route would be pretty cool. But there's going to be a lot of variety coming up later in the update, as I'm sure you guys are excited for. Next up right here, currently loading up right here, we have the Delta Airlines Airbus A220-100 out to Salt Lake City. Like I was saying, it would be really cool from Indianapolis as well. I actually think they may have did some Indianapolis CS100, or sorry, A220s. So very, very interesting, really, really cool stuff there. And let's get on to the American Airlines section, which we do have some significant news. All right, here we go with the American Airlines section. Currently loading up here on the left, we have an American Airlines Airbus A321 with fence tips. Currently loading up service out to Phoenix, Arizona. Quite a few flights over there. I'll definitely be sure to hopefully see a few when I'm over there at Phoenix later this month. Actually, it is on Sunday from when this video is coming out, so that is crazy to think about. In the back right there, we have an American Airlines Boeing 737-800. This guy's currently loading up passengers, and this one will be heading out to Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Quite a few of these, very, very cool. I'll be eager to see if the 319S ever comes back, but for now, we do have the 737-800. And then in the back over there, we have an American Airlines Boeing 737-800. This guy's currently loading up, and this one will be heading out to Chicago. Very, very exciting news. American Airlines, with their big codeshare agreement with JetBlue, announced 33 new flights. One of those being in correlation to Orange County. Service to New York John F. Kennedy will be beginning on the Airbus A321 Transcon, the T version. I believe there's only a half dozen of these or so, like 6 or maybe 12 or something, not many. These are the, I believe, all business class configuration aircraft that have a lot less seats, but very nice seats. It definitely does make practical sense, as the Orange County obviously hosts a lot of, the people are going to want nice seats and everything to fly in. So it definitely makes sense for this to be a 321T route. I'm a little surprised that they did not put JetBlue on this. I could definitely see JetBlue doing a Boston or something. So maybe that's what they're hinting at, but for now, American will be doing the New York John F. Kennedy. I'm a little surprised that they didn't put JetBlue on the John F. Kennedy either, but nevertheless, to get new service, that's going to be awesome. So that will be on the Airbus A321 Transcon. We'll be able to cover that with the NG model's first production. That will be perfect, and I'm going to be very, very excited to represent that. Even though I think the tail number is a normal one, that not that picky at this point. I mean, at this point, to get any American narrow bodies is kind of a W. So, to be quite honest with you, I'm so excited for John F. Kennedy. And let me know what you guys think of that ad in the comments, as we'll have a lot more ads to talk about periodically through this airport update. While we have the opportunity, I'm going to take the seeing double opportunity, as it looks very nice. Right here, taxiing onto the runway, we have a Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-700. This one's in the heart paint scheme, of course. We're going to say that he's coming in from Las Vegas, and he's going to be heading out to Sacramento today. Southwest will Sorry guys, I'm talking very fast, my apologies. Southwest Airlines will be resuming service to Chicago Midway, Puerto Vallarta, PVR in Mexico, and also San Del Cabo, Mexico as well. All of that resumes on March 11th, as Southwest doing a ton of stuff on March 11th from my observations, a ton of new routes, and quite a few resuming as well. So that is also another very exciting element that we'll be able to showcase, so I'm very excited about that. And then currently in the back, and then right here we have a Spirit Airbus A320neo. This guy's currently taxiing in. We're going to say he's coming in from Oakland, and then since we're so close, why not? Spirit Airlines is starting brand new service to Sacramento as well to compete with Southwest. And I believe JSX on that flight as well, confirming, no, they have Oakland. Okay, my bad. So Spirit starting service out to Sacramento, super cool. That will be starting on March 2nd, so close enough. Anyways, he's going to be heading out to Sacramento on the inaugural flight, if you will. Very, very exciting stuff right there, and I'm so glad to see really nice movements here from Spirit, which is crazy. They went from no flights to 4 already, so wow. And we're going to be talking about even more. That's just the beginning, guys. That is literally just the beginning. There's a whole lot of action going on, so let's continue to proceed. Okay, so right here we have 2 of the 4 United Airlines aircraft in this update. On the left, we have the Boeing 737-700. This guy just coming in from Houston Intercontinental, and he's going to be heading out to Houston as well. Really, really interesting, but super, super exciting. United Airlines will be beginning nonstop service to Honolulu International Airport on the Boeing 737-700. I'm sure some of you guys saw my Instagram reaction to that. I was dumbfounded. Really, the route in general, they have a huge establishment out of Los Angeles on that flight, but it's coming over to Orange County as well. A daily flight on the 737-700. I thought it would have been an 8 or 900, not a 700. 700 can do it, obviously. It's like probably a 4 or 4.5 hour flight. That's just a very interesting add to me. I don't think they have any different configurations or anything on the 700, so that is crazy. That's going to be one of the most unique routes, though. Really exciting for United. I'm just going to check the article here, linked real quick, and just give off a couple thoughts that the whoever's linked here has. Okay, so this article I will be reading off of is Life and Let's Fly, so an interesting one. Okay, so here's a very interesting remark here as well. It says, while John Wayne Airport, also known as Santa Ana or simply Orange County, is a fairly small United station, it does not have United Club service and is one of the easiest airports in Southern California to park and navigate. The new flight is sure to attract traffic from the Orange County area. Also says that Continental Airlines added service between Orange County and both Honolulu and Maui in 2010. Flights did not perform well and were scrapped after 1 year. Now, that's very interesting. I did not know that. But I feel like this is going to be really well with the leisure side of things nowadays and just really, really interesting. So what a route there for United. Congratulations on that one. And that is one of many more to come. More routes will be starting here later in the update. On the right side, we have a United Airlines Boeing 737-800. This one in the Star Alliance livery. I want to say this guy's coming in from Chicago O'Hare, and he's going to be heading out to Denver. All right, right here we have United Airlines Airbus A319. This guy's currently loading up, and he's going to be heading out to San Francisco. One of these did come in, mainly 320s, but for different, I thought it would be nice to get the 319 in here. So here we got the 319. All right, so here we go to Alaska. One of the few airlines that doesn't have anything crazy going on. We'll start with their Airbus A320 over here on the left. This guy just arrived in from Seattle and is going to be heading back out there. Would absolutely love a Sharklet one to come out. Maybe we'll get one. We'll have to see. Then on the right side, we have an Embraer ERJ-175. That's a SkyWest example. I'm not sure who operates these routes. I need to look into it. My apologies. Anyways, the 175 over there on the right, this guy is coming in from San Francisco, and he's going to be heading out to Portland. Seattle Everett and Santa Rosa, unfortunately, are suspended at the current time. Hopefully those do return soon, but nevertheless, they are suspended for now. Alrighty, so right here we have a Frontier Airbus A320neo. This is Colorado the Bighorn Sheep. This guy's currently loading up, service out to Las Vegas, and he came in from Denver. No problem with the consistency whatsoever. They've still been thriving with daily flights, so that's very impressive for Frontier standards, and I'll be excited to see what progresses out of this for Frontier. Next up, we have this Delta Airlines Boeing 757-200 currently taxiing in from Atlanta to Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. So I did actually learn something about these Gen 1 and Gen 2 Boeing 757s. The Gen 1 Boeing 757s actually have the Delta first class, which is very cool. The Gen 1 aircraft are the former TWA birds with the non-overwing exits. So they have the third door in the back between the between the wing and the back door. However, these Gen 2 aircraft, like presented here, don't have, they have a normal first class from what I know now. So these are the overwing exit Gen 2 aircraft. These are the original Delta birds, some of them, and mainly the former Northwest fleet. So learning some stuff every day about these Delta 757s would be really cool to fly one. We'll have to see. But yeah, I'll be definitely flying the newer successor for most airlines on the Airbus A321neo very soon, in like 6 days. So I'll let you guys know how that goes. But very, very cool, and we'll have to keep an eye out. Hopefully he comes back for a Detroit as well. But that may be a 737-900, so we'll have to see. That would be a really cool 220 watt as well. I would rather see more 757s or some balance and blend, if you know what I mean. But I mean, honestly, to get any routes back, that is a big deal. But for the most part, Orange County is thriving, as we'll see here shortly. All right, so here's a double Canyon Blue attack. On the left, we have an older GJ800. Looks really nice here in this lighting, as you can tell. That's where it's at. This guy is currently loading up passengers. He arrived in from, oh yeah, Salt Lake City will be beginning. That's the one. I keep getting Reno and Reno and Orange County confused on new routes, because Orange County is getting March 11th service to Salt Lake City begins, and then resuming service to Midway, Puerto Vallarta, and San Del Cabo. Reno is getting Long Beach on March 11th. So I'm sorry, guys. It's really hard to keep everything straight. But nevertheless, to see all this new stuff going on is super cool. So yeah, here on the left, we have the 737-800. We'll wait till March to actually use the Southwest, the new flights, just to have some more stuff, make it a little more realistic. Spirit, I was just being very generous. We'll say that the left one is coming in from San Jose, and he's going to be heading out to Sacramento. And then on the top side, we have the 737-700 in the Canyon Blue, of course. He's coming in from Nashville and heading out to Houston Hobby. Really cool with Southwest. Their network really reminds me of like these Oklahoma cities and even Albuquerque's to a degree, and all these airports that have roughly 10 to 15 routes. It's that happy medium size that we're not quite ready to call it a focus city, but definitely a large establishment, which I think is super cool. There's definitely more of them in the U.S. for sure. Like, I'm sure there's airports such as borderline Reno, and then probably like Columbus and some airports like that, Boston maybe. There's probably some cool airports. I'll definitely look into it. But that's Orange County is definitely one of those airports for Southwest, which is really cool to see. Normally they would have more gates down here, but here we go, boys. We're beginning. But I do want to go over one more thing real quick before we start with the huge headline. I take that back. There's going to be a couple more aircraft here. So right here we have United Airlines Boeing 737-800 with the split scimitars. This guy's coming in from Denver, or actually Chicago, and then he'll be heading up to Denver. That makes more sense. And then before we get to the massive headline, I did want to go over this area. So in the last update, if you did catch that one, I did say that I was going to make this area over here more ramp space, and as you can tell, that's exactly what I did. I added two apron sections here, as you can tell, and they look very nice. I need to tape that middle one down a little bit more, as you can tell. But anyways, looks really, really good. This is where my GA plan is going to come into fruition. The first order has arrived. I'm really excited to unbox that. I'm going to explain that real quick. So a lot of you guys have been asking about unboxings. The Arctic air has seriously affected me. I still have no heat up here. It still is a little cold, but luckily the temperature is going way up, so it feels much better. So hopefully I can get my show back on the road, get moved back up here. Actually, I had to move downstairs because it's so cold. That's how bad it is at this point. So hopefully I can get the flow back and get the replacement part for my heater, so we can get that fixed and back up here. So long story short, it's been hard to work up here and get videos prepared on a regular basis like I normally can. So there's been a lot of videos coming out, as I'm sure you guys have noticed. That's going to continue to stay the same. I got a lot of videos ready, luckily. And as of for the massive unboxing, rather, I should say, I'm going to clarify this real quick. Sorry that it's been so long. Massive Unboxing 14 is ready. We have quite a few aircraft for it. That is my first priority. I'm going to set that up. It's been a month since the Massive Unboxing. We're going to get that out, and that's going to be very exciting. Then following that, you guys can expect quite a few, probably, that's what I'm thinking right now, quite a few individual unboxings. I'm just going to give some hints. The Shapeways will be its own video. There should be a couple of special packages coming that need more time, runtime, so those will be their own video. And NG February will be its own video. That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, that should be, there's going to be a lot more individual unboxings simply because every one of them has a correlate. Sorry, I don't know why the DSLR keeps doing that 21-minute runoff stuff, but each one of them has either a special meaning or really needs some explaining to make sense. So that's why I've decided that there's going to be a lot more singular unboxings. I'm very sorry if that disappoints you, but it works better for me and a lot of it needs explaining. Hopefully Massive Unboxing 15 doesn't get too delayed, but this is why I've spaced it out quite a bit so we don't go 2 or 3 months without a Massive Unboxing. So 14's coming, and then 15 is TBA Q2. Also, real quick, sorry for all these interruptions. Richmond Airport, haven't been able to even get started on it, and it's almost March already, so that's also probably going to be slightly delayed. I'll keep you guys informed on that. But anyways, the GA ramp's looking good. Shapeways has arrived, so hopefully we can get that unboxed and get that going, but we do have the preparations at Orange County. And as you can tell, we do have a UPS Boeing 757. There's 200 freighter here on the ramp. He's currently loading up, and he is heading out to Portland. And here we go, everybody. Let's get on to this headline. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you are seeing that correctly. That is a plethora of Allegiant Air aircraft. Allegiant Air in April, the 11th and the 18th to be exact, started a total of 8 new services in Orange County as their debut. Allegiant was never here before, and Allegiant has made it into Orange County. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I wanted to represent every route, so that's why there's 4 aircraft out here. However, normally at a time, they would have 1 aircraft here at a time, and I'm going to explain how their network works. So Allegiant started service on February 11th to 4 destinations. I'll give those 4 out now. Okay, so Allegiant Air began service to the following 4 cities on February 11th. Service went as such: Boise, Grand Junction, Medford, and Provo, Utah all started, I'm making sure it's right. Yes. Okay, all 4 of those started on February 11th. Now, the system that they're using is very interesting. Hey, here, let me pull the camera back. And then on February 11th, Allegiant started the next following 4 routes: service to Las Vegas, Reno, Tahoe, Spokane, Washington, and MSO, pardon me. I believe that is Missouri. Sorry, I'm botching all these, but I'm trying my best. So what Allegiant is doing is very interesting. This is probably more affordable for them because I'm assuming parking aircraft overnight and having a little base at Orange County is probably would be very expensive, and Allegiant probably can't afford that with 80 new flights starting in 2 months. So I believe this is what Allegiant's probably doing. Oh yeah, just really funny, by the way. Allegiant's starting more new flights than total aircraft they have. Just thought I would point that out real quick. But anyways, Ace Aviation made the funniest skit on that. This airport update's all over the place, but I hope you guys are enjoying it. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel and everything. Now, this is what Allegiant's doing. All 8 of these destinations they have establishments into. They fly to all these cities besides Las Vegas, from Las Vegas or Phoenix Mesa pretty much. There may be a couple exceptions, so I'm pretty sure that's the lineup. So what Allegiant is doing is they're flying an aircraft from either Phoenix Mesa or Las Vegas, excluding Las Vegas, to these cities. For example, we're going to use Reno, Tahoe as an example. So aircraft will take off from Las Vegas to Reno, Tahoe, and then it's going to do a turn to Santa Ana, essentially. So it's going to fly from Reno to Orange County, and then it's going to fly from Orange County back to Reno, and then back to Las Vegas. So it's a turn from all these cities. Personally, I was very surprised to see this. I thought they were going to base aircraft here, but I'm sure that they can't afford it. So, or not necessarily can't afford it, but probably not convenient. So it may be a clever idea, to be quite honest with you. Very interesting. Now, if they start any more flights, I'm sure there's particular cities that they're going to have aircraft based here. So that was very interesting. Actually, one of these flights I think came in from I could be wrong in it, but one of the flights may have came in from Las Vegas into Santa Ana and then did a turn and went back to Vegas. I could be wrong on that, but nevertheless, really, really cool establishment. All these flights have been parking at gate 20. That was the gate that Spirit was using, and Spirit is now at gate 21. Gate 20 is on my replica where the 319 Shotcut is, the 3rd aircraft. And then 21 is right to the right of that with that 320. But I thought for fun, it would be really cool. I have the fleet. Why don't we represent all 8 flights in one update? Because why not? Normally I'm not going to do this. I'll just have 1 or 2 aircraft out here. But at the rate we're at, I would not be surprised to see another expansion because they dropped 43 more flights, 9 temporary, 34 normal flights. Legion's going all out during this pandemic, man, and they're confident with Orange County, that's for sure. So let's begin with all of these aircraft. So we're gonna start. Most of them are 319s. Obviously, I have two 319s and two 320s out here. So for the 320 routes, I'll double check real quick. Okay, so yes, there was only two 320 routes. So we're gonna begin with the 319 on the left. All right, so right here on the left, we have the Allegiant Air Airbus A319, the old livery, the adequate one, the real one. This one, they did use two of them, or at least, on this screenshot that I have, all of the all of the February 11th stuff did use gate 20, which is very exciting. So on the left side right here, we have the Allegiant Air Airbus A319. This one is currently coming in from Medford and is going to be heading out to Grand Junction. Both those were evening flights, 5 o'clock for Medford and 7 o'clock for Grand Junction. So really cool there. Next up, we have an Allegiant Air Airbus A320 with the fence tips. There's only two flights, so I'm going to split them up a little bit. So we're going to say that the it's coming in from Provo, Utah, which was an A320. That was a 1 o'clock flight. And then he's going to be heading out to, let's go with the Reno for him. That's normally a 319 flight, and that one was around 5 o'clock, or maybe it was 1 o'clock. I'll double check when we get to that screenshot. Next up, we have an Allegiant Air Airbus A319. This guy is currently loading up. This one, obviously, with the Sharklets, it is a fancy model, but nevertheless. We're going to say this guy's coming in from Las Vegas and is going to be heading out to Spokane, Washington. Both those are 319 flights. Arrival for Las Vegas is 3 o'clock, and then the arrival for Spokane was 7 o'clock off the, the turnaround or whatever. And then finally on the top right there, we have an Allegiant Air Airbus A320, pardon me. This guy, I'm just going to say MSO because I don't want to keep botching it. So MSO was the only aircraft of Allegiant to use gate 15. All the rest of them used used gate 20, which is the one that we talked about. 15 is right here off to the side, the empty gate right there, or somewhere in here. Actually, I think Frontier is using it. No. Right now I have Southwest using it, but normally Frontier would use it, so my bad for having that misaligned. But I want to get all four of these in here. So yes, Allegiant kind of invading on Southwest for this update. Anyways, he came in from MSO, and he's going to be heading out to Boise, which is a 320. And so Boise and the other destination that said Provo are 320s, and the rest of them were 319s. This is probably going to be mix and match, but I was just saying for the inaugural. Now, I know I spent 10 minutes on Allegiant. It's super exciting to have them. I thought it'd be very cool to represent all of them. And let me know what you guys think about Allegiant at Santa Ana. They're using gate 20 and a little bit of 15. So this is just a very extreme, fun, exciting debut that I brought for them. But normally I'll only have 1 to 2 of their aircraft, and I'll mix and match between the 8 destinations. And likely more to come because it's Allegiant. What do you expect? Now, I feel like some of these are going to do very well, particularly Spokane, Reno. I have a lot of confidence in the Utah route, and I feel like Spokane as well will do good. Now MSO and Boise will also do well. So most of these I think were good ads for Allegiant. Some of them were interesting, like the MSO, but some of these airports I haven't really researched. So I may just be talking at this point, but nevertheless, from an observation, it seems really, really cool. So let me adjust this table one more time, and we will get our concluding thoughts for today's quite crazy airport update, if you ask me. So that will do it for today's Orange County John Wayne International Airport update. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. To summarize, since we have a lot of new stuff happening, I'm going to go over everything that did happen and everything that will happen. We'll start with Allegiant Air, as they had new flights starting to Boise, Grand Junction, Las Vegas, Medford, Mistletoe, Port Devore, those are 2 I can't do, Reno, Tahoe, and Spokane. So those are really, really cool. American Airlines will be beginning nonstop service to New York John F. Kennedy year-round on June 2nd, 2021 on board the Airbus A321 Transcon, which is going to be very cool. Detroit is currently suspended for Atlanta along with Seattle, and hopefully that comes back soon. It says it's mainline on here, but I don't think it's mainline. But the Las Vegas seasonal on the connection. Oh, Las Vegas is suspended. I think Seattle's still flying. I'm sorry, I'm an idiot, so my apologies for that. So somebody corrected me that didn't make it to this point. No problem with that. Now, Frontier, it says that Las Vegas is suspended, but I thought I saw it. I could be wrong on that. But anyways, Denver and Las Vegas for Frontier. Southwest Airlines will be resuming service to Chicago Midway, Puerto Vallarta, and San Del Cabo on March 11th, and also beginning service to Salt Lake City on March 11th. March 11th is a day to look out for Southwest. A lot of new stuff starting. Spirit Airlines will be beginning non-stop service to Sacramento on March 2nd, 2021. Phoenix Sky Harbor also started on January the 6th. Okay, I completely forgot to do this. My bad. Sun Country Airlines will be beginning non-stop service to Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport and Minneapolis International Airport, both begin year-round May 6, 2021. Really excited to see Sun Country. The Dallas route especially is very interesting to me, but I really feel like it's going to perform well. Going to be a nice compliment to Delta and American respectively on those flights. And I'm going to be eager to see how Sun Country does. I feel like they're going to do well. Now, I don't know where they're going to park. They could just do 20. All these low costs can do 15 and 20. Maybe Southwest, I don't think, give up gates. And there's a couple more down there, technically. I think 22's down there as well, so maybe they do that. Or maybe they park down here somewhere else. That's a development we're going to have to watch. But interesting to see Allegiant parking down there at 20 and 15. And then United Airlines will be beginning nonstop service to Honolulu International Airport on May 6, 2021 on board the 737-700, which is one of the most interesting for sure. And WestJet has service to Vancouver suspended. That one actually is right. Now for the current time, Air Canada has been removed from the wiki, unfortunately. So hopefully that's just a temporary deal, but hopefully that idea doesn't get completely scrapped. And then Alaska Airlines has service suspended to Everett and Santa Rosa. That covers everything. That's a lot, but that covers everything. And also, just for retrospective, I'm going to show you guys the route map now out of Orange County. So just take a look at that. As you can tell, there's a variety of flights, mainly West Coast stuff, but still, to see them explaining that far out into the network is crazy. Newark's currently suspended, but that hopefully will come back for United soon. And then there's the variety of other places, quite a few of those being Allegiant, sorry. And obviously you have some really cool ones in there. Wait, timeout. Who's flying to Memphis? And then here are the Mexico destinations as well, San Del Cabo and Puerto Vallarta. Now, speaking of international, one really cool remark to take away, the last major thing for sure. Now, there's not any necessarily crazy proof of this. This is just written on the wiki, but it does make, honestly, really big sense. So maybe it does happen. We'll have to see. But as of right now, according to the Wikipedia, I know it's not a great source, but for aviation stuff, it tends to be pretty good. Okay, so let me read this off. It is interestingly worded. So anyways, in an attempt to resume international service to Mexico, airline officials have been in neglections. Okay, I see. Airline officials. I didn't see the officials. With Mexican low-cost airline Volaris, which has applied for slots at Orange County. Okay, so it appears to be that they've been trying to do this for a while now. Now, this seems more like realistic, of course. Volaris has been starting quite a few new flights, I believe. And I could definitely see them at Orange County. It would make a lot of sense in compensation for WestJet and Air Canada right now. And I'm sorry about the light. Let's just look at the UPS or something for a bit. Okay, much better. So, very, very excited to see everything that's going down right now at Orange County. Absolutely crazy. I already read over everything once. I think that's plenty. It took enough time. And I know this update was probably a lot longer than usual for Orange County, but there's a lot happening. 24 routes for a 20-gate airport is not typical. And the pandemic, I think, has actually helped out Orange County. I know it hasn't helped out everybody else, and I know it's bad. I want to get out of COVID so bad. I know it, but I don't know if half these routes start. I really don't. But obviously, probably some business stuff does start. Air Canada, for example. But I mean, to be quite honest with you, this is definitely one of the positive sides right now. It's the leisure travel side of the aviation industry, and Orange County is a prime example right now. This was a really fun update to do, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Orange County is definitely something to watch right now. Wow, that's crazy, man. I've never seen a 20-gate airport get 24 new routes in a 6-month interval. So that's crazy. And I'll definitely stay tuned on Volaris. If they've applied, I would think that that's probably going to start happening, and they're going to start getting that ready to go. And who knows? My predictions, personally, I think JetBlue Boston is definitely not impossible. That may be something to keep an eye on, even with the Los Angeles establishment. It's just the same for Allegiant. Who would have thought they would have came here with that Los Angeles presence? They're here. So JetBlue Boston, I think, is a possibility. Probably not JFK with the code share. I don't think that makes a bunch of sense. and maybe new Frontier flights. That's possible. I think more Allegiant for sure. That is probably one of the more likely. To be honest with you, Volaris, I feel like that's going to go through. To be quite honest with you, there's a lot of potentials. Maybe somebody takes a stab at Cancun or something, if that's possible. I could see Alaska maybe trying some Florida stuff maybe. I mean, there's still a lot of realms. Orange County's popping off. I don't even know what to say. I've been texting Citrus Aviation and letting all my friends know that this is something to watch. And this airport, even Gemini Jets 2000 messaged me on Instagram letting me know the Honolulu service for United. And I was like, I've been keeping tabs on everything, man. And that's awesome to see that everybody's recognizing Orange County now on my channel, which is so cool. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Maybe consider sharing it with your friends and showing off what Orange County is doing right now. I would really appreciate that. Spread the word about these airports. It's not just Orange County either. Airports such as Savannah, Hilton Head, Fort Lauderdale, Key West are absolutely going crazy right now. All these leisure destinations. It's really crazy to watch. And I know this video is probably 30 minutes, so it's time to wrap it up probably. But I'm sorry, it's just Orange County. It really deserves a documentary or something because what's going on right now is crazy. I've been filming for an hour and a half. This is not Dallas. So speaking of which, I just got a question. When is the next Dallas update coming? So better answer that. So nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this update. Orange County is absolutely going crazy right now. And I'm sure by the next update, we're going to have another 3 or 4 announcements, hopefully. JetBlue Boston's definitely one to think about. And I'm sure there's plenty of other potentials. But especially low cost, as you can tell, Southwest, Allegiant, and Spirit going crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider sharing or something like that. I would appreciate it. And if you want to like and subscribe, that's also really appreciated as well and everything. And yeah, this video probably took a lot of effort to do. Or editing wise, it took quite a lot to, my voice is dead if you can't hear me. So why am I not wrapping this up? My apologies. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.